know if you had a chance to talk with Dylan since either he got hurt or since the surgery, maybe what's his mood right now?
Yeah, I mean, he seemed in good spirits for what it is, you know. Obviously, having a career year is tough to go out, leader of the team. But yeah, I mean, everybody's just trying to support him, be there for him, but he's a tough dude, so I think when he first found out, he was probably disappointed, and then next morning, I think he was in here shooting with one hand, so that's who he is. But yeah, we spoke to him. We got his back, and just let him know that, and be there for him, whatever he needs.
Did you hear anybody say the next day was in there shooting
with one hand? Yeah, he's crazy, but that's who he is. That's how hard he works. It's a testament to him as a player and as a person. And, he's special in that way. But yeah, I mean, we're just praying for a speedy recovery for him. Hopefully he gets back as soon as possible, back healthy and stronger.
What would we miss the most with him not being out?
Just his energy, the tenacity every possession, you miss a lot when he's not out there. Obviously, you could feel it. Sometimes he's crazy. You got to reel him back in, but it's better to have to reel somebody back in and tell them that they got to play hard or try to juice him up to get going. He's always on 10 or 100, whatever you want to call it, when he steps between the lines. So we got to have other guys bring that. It's going to take everybody, a collective effort, and we know that we'll miss him, but other guys will step up, and we got to make sure that we bring that and make sure that's not felt as much.
Well, the only thing I don't want to make it a whole doom and gloom, but Goodwin's being a shorter time being out. How good news is that? Because when you have a calf, that can be an extended deal, but you're talking like 1 or 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, the soft tissue injuries are tricky. So you got to be careful with them, and I know he's going to do his due diligence and whatever he has to do to get back, but we want him to come back and make sure he's feeling like himself. So he'll take care of it, and obviously it's good news that it's however long it is, 1 or 2 weeks, something like that, 10 or 11 days, something like that. So he'll do his work to make sure he's back healthy and strong as well.
With just all the injuries that are happening, how are you looking at your role and just more responsibility too?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really look at it as too much difference, but everybody has to step up. Everybody's got to take their game to another level. Obviously, the other night was unacceptable, and I think everybody knows that. We have to be better. We have to execute better offensively. We have to be better defensively. Our communication's got to be a little bit better defensively, offensively. So we just have to be better across all areas. Obviously, knowing that guys are out, some of our key pieces, our best players. So our awareness level just has to go to another level. Everybody's got to be engaged and know what we're doing at all times.
Jalen has talked about the benefit of having Bill's guard-to-guard action, specifically with the use of the screen. Just what have you seen from that action in terms of how they can free up you, but also get downhill?
Yeah, I mean, he's an elite shot creator for himself, but for other people as well. His speed, the ability to beat people off the dribble is really special. So just trying to create confusion, especially with myself, knowing that sometimes they might not leave my body. He'll be able to get confused guys on them, switch, be able to get downhill, find pocket threes, and then if they do get removed from my body, I can pop and shoot threes as well. So I think it's something that we're going to continue to learn how to play with each other as we get more games under our belt. But yeah, I mean, he's special talent in terms of being able to create for himself and for others.
You saw he had 6 turnovers in the last game. You got a chance to look at the performance, kind of count on the situations. What did you kind of see in that?
Yeah, some of it was sloppy. Some of it was their pressure. And then other part of it was just people falling down, like flopping. I think I had 3 turnovers on offensive fouls. So that's frustrating, but it's part of the game. You got to figure it out throughout the game. The other stuff was sloppy passes. I think there was a lob. There was one I threw like a chest pass in the lane to man-man, not being aggressive. There's one where I got caught in the air. So I've seen them all. something that with these guys out, I gotta be better with in terms of taking care of the basketball if it's gonna be in my hands more. And that's something that I don't take lightly. Obviously, I don't want to turn the basketball over as a point guard, and I try to learn from it and be better from it. But I've seen it, and some of it's easy cleanups, in my opinion, and then other stuff is just make sure I'm being strong with the ball and being aggressive first, making the right decisions.
Kind of on that topic, when you were talking about scoring with him, him staying attached to your body, it feels like last season or this season, in pick and roll, there's more intent, like a second portion before you come off of the different dribbles to get there. How you seeing just that diligence with setting the play before getting to the pick, kind of help you get more advantage?
Yeah, I mean, that's really important, especially if you're trying to score or get somebody else a look. Trying to get that guy off your body a little bit first, get him going one way. And we talked about it because it's important for when the bigs are setting screens. We got a lot of movie screens the other day, and all that's not on the bigs. A portion of it is setting guys up and making sure that they're set first. Part of that's on the guards. And we talked about it. We got to be better with that, not being as in a rush to get off the screen. And I think it's just going to be a learning process for us with the guys, the group we got out there now. Obviously, Ad and Jay, learn how to play with each other, and the group that we have on the floor after having like Grayson out, Book out, Dylan out, Goody out now. So it's a lot of new guys out there. We just got to get familiar with the space on the floor, where we're supposed to be at, communication aspects, and playing together.
Jalen mentioned last week about sort of picking your brain when it comes to leading that second unit. What kind of like pointers did you give him sort of in terms of how that group runs, where guys like the ball, things of that sort?
Yeah, I mean, I think for him, it's just being aggressive, picking his spots, obviously knowing when to create for himself, when to get shots for himself. But I think the thing with the second unit is all year has just been like get stops, get out in transition, and play with a ton of pace, ton of speed, kind of create havoc on the defensive end, and then just get out and run. And then he adds a new layer to that because we were shooting a lot of threes in the second unit, but his ability to put pressure on the rim, get downhill in transition is really special. So he adds a whole nother layer to that. But I think some of the stuff for him is just playing at his own pace, picking his spots, when to come off and shoot, when to get downhill, when we need a bucket to put pressure on the rim, and then just never stop moving, especially if you're playing with a guy like Oso. You almost got to play like how Steph does, where he's just always constantly moving. Oso has his eyes up at all times, sets really good screens, and he's able to play that DHO chase action game. So sometimes when Jay hits, he'll like stand, and I'm like, just keep flying off him. If you fly off him, then you can get cuts to the rim, because he can play above the rim too. So if he curls off him, he can get layups, dunks. So there's a lot there for him to kind of be able to have. So he'll continue to learn it, but he's a high IQ guy in terms of wants to adjust super quick. And I think everybody's got to have a little grace. Like, he's been out for 3/4 of the season. That's not hard, or it's not an easy thing to do, to just insert yourself back into a lineup and be able to just play at that level or play at like the speed of the game. So I have a ton of grace for him, because I've been through that where I've missed a whole year, and he's missed like 3/4 of the season. So it's not easy, and he's done an incredible job of just like fitting in seamlessly. So it's been pretty cool to see.
Thanks, Collin.
What are you thinking in terms of, hey, you're getting an opportunity, but guys are out? Like, how do you weigh?
I mean, just being ready. It's a long season. Like a lot of things happen, from injuries to anything. So kind of just doing that, staying ready when your name is called.
I'm curious, when you obviously observe the Suns, and then you also playing now, what things have you sensed when you either shift or get better to sort of let's get this flip and go in a different direction?
I mean, I think just executing for us. Like a lot of things in the game, we'll look back on film of stuff that we could have fixed. It'll come down to the numbers game, right? So just execution on both sides of the ball for us, and sticking to our game plan. But we'll figure it out.
The other thing I had was, when Jordan is such a huge part of this team, what things do you feel like would have been missed with him not being out of the team?
Who, Dylan?
No, Jordan.
Oh, Jordan. I mean, that's a hit, right? He's been huge, been big for us. I think it just goes to like I said, the next man being ready to play, next man up. Everybody got to come in and be a threat. Just play to your strengths, but we'll definitely need somebody else to step up, in this place until he's back for sure.
How about pitching a guy like Dillon, the guy that obviously sets the tone on both ends of the floor?
Yeah, that's a hit as well. Like I said, it's this next man up mentality. You got to be ready to step in and do your job.
With the overall execution, just kind of what are some of the key areas of focus tonight against this Celtics team?
Definitely finishing out possessions with rebounds. They get a lot of threes up, so it's going to be some long rebounds in there. Stopping their transition. And just locking into our game plan. I feel like we take care of all the small things. It'll add up to the end of the game.
New with the Suns, I feel like they're one of the teams that's kind of most aggressive with going for the offensive rebounds and kind of tagging up. We got a couple opportunities with that.
Yeah.
Have you seen that kind of thing into the game plan during that possession?
Yeah, it's kind of new. Last team I came from was more of a get 3-4 guys back, so still adjusting to that. But it definitely gives you more opportunities to get some more possessions for the team. And a lot of the time when we get those offensive rebounds, it leads into another 3. So just kind of mixing in when to go and when not to. Depends on positioning, obviously where you're at on the court, but definitely try to get some extra ones for us.
Do you feel like with the kind of spacing process that y'all have here, that puts you in position to kind of have more advantage just from that angle?
Yeah. I think of a lot of our plays, like you're gonna end up moving, whether that's cutting out the corner or shaking up somewhere. So you kind of know when a shot's gonna go up. So trying to get your position in, tagging on the high side. Like I said, just as much as you can, try to go get an opportunity for us.
Obviously, having played with Collin before, you know his game.
Yeah.
So once he does join the team, what does he bring to the offense at all?
Yeah, he's a fast switch point guard, pass first, can really push the pace. Great mid-range game, but he's good on both sides of the ball. He can guard multiple positions. He brings a lot of energy as well.
Just curious for you, Amir, when the offense gets stagnant at times, how do you kind of balance trying to run what coach has drawn up versus just kind of improvising and coming up on the top?
Yeah, it kind of just depends on situation. Sometimes you can get out in transition or let your defense start the offense for you. Sometimes you just got to get into some sets and kind of get what you're looking for. So it kind of just depends on what part of the game you're in, time and possession.
Amir, whenever you're going against a microwave scorer like Peyton Pritchard, what are the biggest things you need to do to kind of prevent him from going on?
Well, first takeaway is the easy one. Like you don't want to get him going. He's a real physical guard, so being this tall, his bumps around the rim and everything. And takeaway is 3-ball. Like I feel like that's a guy that'll get going real quick. So it's gonna take everybody.
It's probably easier said than done.
Yeah. But it's gonna take everybody. I think if we stick to our game plan defensively and do what we're supposed to do, we'll be all right.
Whether it's Dylan, Devin, or Jalen, whenever guys are out, they always stay engaged in the game, and they're almost like the first ones to high-five people when they come out the court.
Yeah.
What does that say about the culture of this team?
It says a lot. Just being together as a team, whether you're playing or not, supporting your guys. Everybody's clapping for each other. Whether they're playing, whether they're not hurt or in or out the game. So, you can kind of just see the team camaraderie, and that shows a lot to us.
You had the ball in your hands a little bit more in the second quarter last game.
Yeah.
I think some of it obviously because of the injuries, but how much did that opportunity kind of give for you to showcase you can do a little bit more?
It felt good. It felt good being able to show that. And like I said, it always comes down to situational. Who's in the game, who's out. But just like Coach said, everybody needs to be aggressive. So tonight could be somebody else. But we got 5 guys out there that can score the ball. So just taking opportunities when you have it, and everybody been aggressive.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.